And right now, she gets a big kick out of it. Here's the way Marge spends some of her leisure time. She's learning to play the piano. She's getting a lot of pleasure from her own accomplishment, and she's acquiring a skill that will help her socially. And some of the fellows spend their time in group activities that are building them up physically, as well as providing them with a lot of fun.
So that's what they're all doing. No wonder I couldn't find them. I'll bet you think I should figure out something to do with my time. The question is, how will I know it's the right kind of thing? How will I know I'm using my time well?
Your father mentioned a bookcase he was making, didn't he? Remember how he worked at it last night? Mr. Michaels, you gain 3 important things from your hobby, don't you?
Do I? All I know is this is a pleasant change from my work, and I'm learning a few things. Someday, when I get more time, I'm going to make new furniture for the whole house.
Well, there you are. Do you see now, Ken?
I think so. A good use of leisure time should give you a change. It should help you learn things, and, well, I'm not sure about the third.
It's a good idea to have a long-range goal for your leisure time activities. But it isn't always easy to find a single occupation that will give you all 3 values.
Then you should have more than one activity?
It does help. Of course, even one thing to do is better than just moping. For instance, swimming is a pleasant change, a lot of fun, and a chance to build yourself up physically. And what about reading? There's a leisure time activity that will help you learn things you'd like to know about many subjects. And this hobby could have a long-range goal, perhaps a job in the air.
I get it. You know, I took some pictures once. Yeah, I got a camera for Christmas. Now, let's see, what did I do with that camera? It's around here somewhere. I gotta straighten this place up, too. Oh, here it is. You know, photography ought to make a good hobby for me. Yeah, might even want to make a business out of it someday. Thanks.
Well, what about it? Will photography give Ken a change? Can he learn while doing it and perhaps prepare himself for better living? Will he have a long-range goal to give him satisfaction? And what might be some good uses for your leisure time? Will you let time slip away from you? Or will you use it well?
Like everyone calling Finland some variation of Finland and then calling themselves Suomi.
Time. Leisure time. Did you ever stop to think how much leisure time you really have? Some of us put our leisure time to good use. And some of us, Ken Michaels, for example, spend most of our leisure time just moping.
Moping? He thinks I'm moping. Well, who wouldn't mope? There's nothing to do, nobody's around. You know how it is. I went down to the bowling alley, went over to the drugstore. None of the gang was there. All my friends are busy, so what's for me to do?
Do you suppose Ken has more leisure time than his friends do?
Huh? Well, no, I don't have more time. We all spend about the same amount of time in school, and the rest is leisure time. I've got nothing to do but wait for supper. My friends have more things to do. They're lucky.
Why don't I hear my, like... Why don't I hear anything? Where's my BGM? What the hell? I don't hear my BGM at all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Wait. Why is nothing working? Why is nothing working? Why is nothing working? Is Parrot working? Is Parrot going to say something? God, we'll find out, I guess. Stupid bird. Okay, let me try this again. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, things are working. Good. Hey, Fatum, hello. Hello, Stella. Hello, Tara. Hello, Anna. Hello. Hello, you have. You realize Japan is called Japan in some languages? No, I didn't, but that's cool. I'm wondering what the implications of that are for my title. Probably not much.
I swear if you send us back to leisure time.
The Yapanomic index wouldn't work. I'm not sending you back to leisure time. Sorry, every time, like, sorry, I need to... Parrot, shut up.
Parrot is fine if he STF you for a minute or two, face with rolling eyes, unamused face.
True. Truth means true. Hello. Doing house flipping. Sorry I couldn't stream yesterday. My computer was gonna explode. I was using my computer. I was on my PC. Like, what was I doing? I was playing, like, saying some bullshit. What was I doing? I was, like, playing Honkai Star Rail or something. And then, like, no, it was something else. Yeah, well, no, I think it was. And then it got, like, my computer kept lagging, and I was like, it's fine, probably. I restarted it, and it lagged again. Or it kept lagging. And at some point, it straight up just crashed, and I got, like, the sad face. You know, the colon open bracket that Windows does, that the Windows operating device will do to you sometimes. I got that. So I decided, okay, maybe I should just stop using my computer, and maybe I should not stream today. I thought that yesterday. So no Road to Empress stream yesterday. We were gonna be on the road to the Empress, so we didn't get to do that, but it's fine. It is what it is. Did your computer do the whirling sound like a jet engine? It didn't though. Like, the fans were, like, operating normally, and I thought that was a problem because they should have been they should have ramped up, I imagine, but they didn't. So I, like, had to look into, like, fan installation things, like, and then I asked a friend to troubleshoot, and it didn't really, because, you know, they couldn't look at my PC directly, and we were talking online through my computer, so it was whatever. It was a whole mess. But the point being, I don't really know if there's a point. The point being, there's no point. But I wasn't there yesterday. I wasn't streaming yesterday because of that. But we're here now. We're here today. We are gonna... This was going to be a Just Chatting stream, because I want to do a Just Chatting stream every week. But I realized it can also be a House Flipper stream, which is just a Just Chatting stream in a different skin, in a different coat of paint. That's exciting to me. We can do the same thing, but it's a little different. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that splendid? So that's what we're doing. But before we do that, I have been asked I've been asked on the Discord to do this. This thing called Anthropium, where I need to prove to you how well read and educated I am by answering trivial questions. And so that's what we will do. That's what we'll do, okay? That's what we're doing today. That's how we're starting today off, okay? Is the music too loud or is it fine? I think the music is fine, right? Why is that the lowest it goes? Makes no damn sense. I'll lower it here. Anyways.
Can you do the daily LSAT question 2/J?
Honestly, Fuck it, sure. Let's just do all the daily games. Who cares? Whatever. This is a house. No one's clicking in going like, oh my god, I can't wait for more House Flipper. Like, I don't think anyone's thinking that, okay? I don't think anyone is earnestly thinking, I need to see this guy do House Flipper and, like, design an interior. Like, okay, if you are, then tell me now, so then I'll hurry along and I'll actually get to what you wanted to see, okay? Channeling your inner NL and doing your dailies. Honestly, at this point, fuck it. I haven't done any of the dailies.
For more
so.
House Flipper.
Shut up, May. Shut up. No, you can. You can wait for House Flipper. Yes, you can. Can you play Isaac? I've never actually played Binding of Isaac, so I can't do it. Okay, we'll play today's game. I don't know. So this is a daily game, but I don't know what this daily game is. I've never played it before. It's called Anthropium. 500,000 artifacts, 10 rounds a day. Where in the world and when does this human artifact belong? Each day, 10 objects. Guess where and when each was made. Then see how you ranked against everyone else who played today. How to play. Each daily game features 10 artifacts from the Met's collection. For each artifact, you place a pin on a map. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Your best guess at where it was made and select the time period. Points are based on how close you get on both dimensions. After your 10 rounds, we'll see your score on a distribution curve of everyone who played that day. Fuck. Okay. Tips from the creator. We're gonna need these. Materials are geographic fine prints. Nephrite jade was worked only in East Asia. Okay. So if it's a jade alert, we'll know. Sorry, there's a thing on my monitor. There's a fly on my monitor. I need to get it out of here. Where the hell did it go? Whatever. Sorry. While jadeite was prized in Mesoamerica, certain pigments and plant materials are giveaways too. They were only available in specific parts of the world. I don't know about the word giveaway, but sure. Organic material is easier to date. Artifacts composed of organic material, wood, paper, wool, are often not older than 500 years old unless preserved in exceptional conditions. Decomposition can do a lot of your dating work for you. Okay, so this is like all the pictures of these artifacts are modern day pictures. Okay. Style is a clock. Within a region, design patterns shift over time. With Egypt, stiff and formal motifs point to older, Old Kingdom, while flowing detailed work, fancy wigs, lots of movements, leans newer, New Kingdom. Use your hints. Your 3 daily hints come at no penalty to your score, but a salute to the many brave players who go in raw. Be curious. Go visit museums. Fall down rabbit holes in the artifacts you encounter. Patterns will emerge, and you'll find yourself improving quickly. Note on balance. Met's collection skews heavily European. Okay. Far more 17th century Dutch paintings than sub-Saharan metalwork or pre-Columbian ceramics. Many of these objects were taken from their home countries through colonialism, looting, or coercion. Showing them here is an endorsement of how the object and the history of how it got here are both worth knowing. Okay. Historical boundaries are heavily contested. Fixed territory and national borders are largely modern inventions. Civilizations and cultures existed on gradients, overlapping and shifting across centuries. The regions shown here are approximations drawn from historical cartography and scholarly consensus, not declarations of political facts. So they've really done their homework on this. And they wanted this to be good too. So, first of all, I can respect the fine print. I like the fine print. He just told a woman to shut up? That's unbelievable. Is it really unbelievable? Is it? Do you really find that hard to believe? Anyways, I'm not doing an online geography test. No, don't ask me to do an online geography test. Please, God. We're going to play today's game. Okay, so I realize that my screen's a little small. I'm going to try to I don't know if you can see it that way. I'll have to probably, okay. This is fine enough, right? I think if I just do this. No, I'll have to. I don't want you to look at the top of my browser. I don't like that. I don't feel comfortable with that. We're gonna get that out of here. Okay. Whatever. You only get this much. Stop complaining. You only get this much. No, but I'm in the way. Okay, I'll be like here. I'll be here for the time being. Guess where this object was made and when. Click the map to drop a pin, then click or drag the timeline above to choose a 250 euro block. Kid submit guess to score the round. Okay, this is a marble statue. Okay. It's marble. Okay, it's a marble statue. Hold on, can we like... That's what it looks like. I don't think it really matters. You can tell from the just the fact that it's a marble statue that it was surely a European thing. Now, thank God there are labels on this map. Dude, if they gave me this label with no map, if they gave me this map with no labels, I would not get a single thing even remotely close to where it should be. I'm going to say, what the hell? Where am I? No, I want to be in... Shit. Where am I? I want to be in Italy because I think this is a Roman statue. So I'm going to say it's here. And I'm going to select the time. How do we select the time? How can I select the time? Oh, up there. I'm going to say it was... Shit. I'll say it was like 200 BCE. Sorry, 200 CE. Okay, 200 CE. Which would be like here. Yeah, sure. Yep. Yeah, okay. Okay. What does that mean? 10,000 is good. Okay. Oh, okay. Copy of a Greek work from the second century BC. During the Hellenistic period, artists became concerned with the accurate representation of childhood, old age, and even physical deformity. The range of subject matter was extended to include genre-like figures from the fringes of society. Fine, large-scale statues of fishermen, peasants, and aged courtesans became valued religious dedications, sometimes placed in a park-like setting within the sanctuary of the god. Although the statue is known familiarly as the Old Market Woman, it probably represents an aged courtesan on her way to a festival of Dionysus, the god of wine. Her delicate sandals and ample material, and her thin, elaborately draped kitan, I think it's a kitan, are a far cry from the rough garb of a peasant woman. The ivy wreath on her head marks her association with Dionysus, and the basket of fruit and the 2 chickens must be dedicatory gifts to the god, or simply her own provisions for a long day of celebration. Veneration of Dionysus was widespread through the Hellenistic period, and ancient literary descriptions give an idea of the extraordinary processions and festivals held in his honor. The flattened composition of the figure is typical of sculpture created in the late 2nd century BC. The original work may have been dedicated in a sanctuary of Dionysus. The Roman copy could have decorated a garden. 10,000 of 10,000. Okay, this is literally perfect. Well, there it is. We can end now. We can end the stream now, guys. Let's end the stream now. Let's end on a high note, okay? Let's just end on the high note. I don't think I want to venture any further. I'm a little scared. Of your opinion of me. Let's go to the next round. Fuck. What the hell is that? Okay. Going for the neutral choice as to not offend the one viewer of Sicilian descent. I wonder who that is, but I'm just saying, I'm not like... I love museums, but I'm a bit of a LARPer, okay? I'm a little bit of a museum LARPer. I go and I read the plaques, and the information goes in through my eyes and exits out of my, like, earlobes. Like, it just doesn't... Nothing stays in there. I just like the vibe of a museum. Thank God I got the fucking, like, the Greco-Roman statue correct. Like, if I didn't get that correct, when that's literally my profile picture, and, like, one of the aesthetic motifs of my VTubing, like, that, it would be so Jover for me. So thankfully we're fine. Okay, guess where this was? This, you know what? You know what this looks like to me? This looks Indian. Okay? This looks Indian. I'm going to... Where is India? Shit. India is really big. There's literally no way I wouldn't be able to find it. It's right there. It's right in front of me. Okay, it's Indian for sure. For sure, this is Indian, or it could be Bang. Okay, 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 okay. We're gonna say it's Indian. I'm gonna say right here, and I think it's a bronze statue. I surmise that this is probably like, you know what, 800 CE. That doesn't make you a LARPer. That makes you 99% of people. The other 1% are scholars and museum study majors. Well, the thing is, I'm a scholar and an intellectual. I'm a public intellectual. You know, I'm basically a public intellectual at this point. So you know, renowned for my incredible philosophical content online, such as the trolley problem video and nothing else. So we're gonna say 800 BC. Yep, 635 to 875. That's good. And we're gonna say it's in an Indian thing. Oh, it's Thai. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So I thought it was Indian because, well, I don't know. It just gave me that vibe. This distinctive crown, pleated wraparound skirt, and pedestal with a decorated molding all identify the sculptures coming from Thailand. Okay. The sampok, the wraparound skirt, and decorated molding, a pedestal with a decorated molding. They're all like, these are Thai things. Got it. Keenly naturalistic. The god's corpulent body has only 2 arms. His hands grasp his broken tusk and a damaged elephant goad, and his legs are drawn up in a yogic posture. His otherwise smooth body is set off by an anklet, serpent armbands, and a sacred thread in the form of a snake tied at the left shoulder. Okay, cool. Is this the last round? How many rounds of this are we going through? Oh, 10 items. 10 items. This is the third item. This is the third item. Do I get another picture? Okay. Okay. I think, oh my god, I'm gonna get cancelled if I like fuck up the rest of these 8 objects, aren't I? I'm gonna and I go like, I confidently go, I think it's this, and it's just the complete, and I go on, and then I start justifying it by going like, it has these cultural elements, and then I get it completely fucking wrong. You guys get to do this at the comfort of your home without any judgment. Okay, that is not fair. That is not fair. This is a different ballgame we're playing. Okay. This is South African. Yep. Yep, this is South African. I had a South African teacher, and he showed us some stuff from where he was from, and we were like, that's really cool. And the stuff kind of looked like this, I think. Granted, now that was a memory long ago, so I don't know how well my memory is serving currently, but it does strike me as South African, I think. Shit. Is it South African? No, it might not be. Hold on. I think because I think that teacher was just showing us African things in general. So I don't think he was showing us specifically South African things, even though that was where he was from. We're pulling the Google Doc up. No. Okay. Can I say Botswana? And I think 500 BC. Let's lock that in, Chief. Fuck! It's over. It's over. It's over. Debating stool. Kawa Rigid. Within the central and most sacred area of the men's ceremonial houses of the Iatmul people stands or stood a debating stool, which is the focus of formal debates. This is a debating stool. All significant matters must be debated in the presence of the village's most prominent ancestor, whose image appears in the back of the stool. Supernaturally powerful, the stools never serve as seats. Instead, they are rhetorical devices used to emphasize important points during debates, which center primarily on religious matters. The name Kawarudit means seat of leaves. As each speaker begins, he takes up a bundle of leaves from the seat and strikes it. To emphasize each main point in his speech, he strikes the seat again or lays a portion of the leaves on it, concluding with a final blow. Always lively, Iatmul debates generally end peacefully, although they occasionally erupt into fights. Interesting. Papua New Guinea. Oh! Pack your bags, your career is over. I don't think any one of you guys got this either, okay? No one in chat got. Okay, you know what? For the next one, I'm not going to look at chat, so you can put your answers in chat if you want. I'm not going to look at it. I swear to you, you trust me, you'll know that I'm not looking at chat, okay? But for the next, when we get to the next one, you can put your guess in there. I'm not gonna look at chat. I'll do my guess and then I'll look at chat, okay? If you haven't done this already. Cameron literally said shells. Where would it say? Where did it say shells? How would I know that was a shell? No, that's not a shell, is it? Okay, no, it says shell here, but only in the answers, okay? It doesn't show you in the... Hold on, let's see. Fuck, it does. I'm stupid. It does. It does. There are hold on. There are land animals with shells on, okay? Such as turtles. No, there are landlocked animals. Turn off parrot. Okay, I'll turn off parrot. I've turned parrot off. I've turned him off. Okay. These are... I'm not looking anymore. What the hell? Wood skin shell beads. What could this be? Dude, I don't know what this could be. Okay, well obviously they're animals. There are animal skins. Is that wool on that? Is that wool? It doesn't say the medium is wool. It says wood skin and shell beads. So, okay. You know what I think this is? I think this is Australian. This is Australian. And by the coast of Australia too. Okay. We're gonna say it's actually Tasmanian. We're actually gonna say it's Tasmanian. And it was probably... (1000 CE). Okay. This is Native American. Shit. Cheyenne, Sioux, or Dakota. 19th century. Oh. Oh. Okay, but at least the time was kind of close, right? Like it was a more modern thing. I figured that much. It's American. Oh. Hannah, you got that one right. You did say it could be Native American. Using animal hides / beads is very native. Okay, but like everyone uses animal hides and beads. You know, like I just don't think. Okay, that cannot be a unique thing. I am 90% sure that most, if not all of the world has created spoons Or something like that. Is this a spoon? What is this? It doesn't say what it is. Has created shit with animal parts. Like that seems to me just like a universal human experience. So like there was just, now that I think about it, how was I supposed to know, man? I don't think I was, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Whatever. Okay, this shit. Like, I don't know why it doesn't let me zoom in. Okay, I just have to, okay. First of all, this is very cool. Let's get the second. That's the back. This is wood? What is this material? Brass. This is brass. This could also be Thai. But I don't know if I'm saying that just because we got a Thai object just now. And I'm just thinking. This is... I swear I know the iconography. Shit. It's either Thai or Indian. I think it's either Thai or Indian. You know what? I'm gonna venture and guess and say it's Indian. Because it was Thai last time. It's not. So we're gonna say it's Indian. I'm sorry to all of my viewers for everything that's gonna happen in this quiz, by the way. I don't know if I've apologized yet, but I'm going to do that now. Okay, this is for sure Indian. Okay, we're gonna say it's Indian. I can't zoom out. My thing is lagging. My website's lagging. Oh my god, my website is lagging. Why is my website lagging? How do I make it not lag? Is it overheating? Uh-oh, is my computer overheating? Uh-oh! Okay, we're back. Okay. That was a little scary. Okay. Maybe the stream will end early. Maybe we'll end the stream early because I don't think my computer will be able to handle it. Okay. I think it's Indian. I'm just gonna put it like here. And I'm going to say, it being brass, probably 1000 CE. It's close. It's pretty close. It is Indian. That was very close. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Screw it, Sri Lanka 1800. I'm so much better at this than you guys. God. God damn, am I good at this game. I am. You know what? Maybe I do know what I'm talking about. Maybe I do know. Functioning as an altar shrine, complete with a lustration basin. This icon depicts the goddess Durga. I knew I recognized the goddess Durga in the act of conquering the demon buffalo Mahisha. Durga crushes the beast with her foot and impales him with her trident, whereupon the demon reveals himself in human form and pleads for mercy. In each of her 8 arms, Durga holds a weapon lent to her by the male gods expressly for this task. This shrine, with its distinctive temple towers, evokes the architecture of Himachal Pradesh, as does the lotus petal nimbus framing the goddess's head. A motif specific to the imagery of the Shamba Valley region. Okay. I'm getting good. I don't remember. This is like probably the 5th one or the 6th one. I don't remember at this point. Okay. This is linen and cotton. This looks European. 1869. Well, that's like what? That's JB 1869. There you go. We've got the date. This is... I don't really know what the patterns could be. I imagine... You know what? Let's say it's British. Let's say that it is British. Where is Britain? Where's the UK? Why can't I find the UK? Am I stupid? Where's the UK? There it is. There's there it is. We're gonna say that this is from London and it's 1869. There you go. There you go. 1750 to 2000. Boom. Fuck! Oh. It's Mexican. Feel Slavic. I say India, French. Good. Okay, none of you guys got it. Good. Okay, as long as none of you guys got it either, then I feel safe. This is Mexican. From, yeah. Okay, Sampler Decado. Okay. 1869. There it is. They dated the thing on it, so that was free. The time was free for us, but the place, it just looked a little English to me. I don't know why. I don't know. I was so wrong. My ancestors are disappointed in me for getting that wrong. All of our ancestors are disappointed today, okay? Collectively. Whenever I see doily looking shit, it looks like Eastern European, but I have a bias. It does. I did get some Eastern European vibes from it as well. But I also I was thinking this was like, I just thought that this could be like a tea towel. And I thought tea, and I thought, okay, it might be British. It might be like a Victorian thing. I don't know. Okay, what the fuck? Shit. Sorry. This is ivory. Walrus. This is a walrus this is walrus ivory. This is Hawaiian and it's old. Okay, this is pretty old and it's Hawaiian. Okay, that's what that is. Am I stupid? Where's Hawaii? Shit, maybe it's not. Maybe if I can't find it, maybe that's a sign. This looks European. I'm gonna change my mind because I don't know where Hawaii is. I'm gonna say this is Finnish, and it's I'm gonna say it's 1,500 BC. Fuck it, I need a hint. I'm gonna get a hint. Should I get a time hint or place hint? I'm gonna get a place hint. I think I know what time it's from, so I'm gonna get a place hint. North America? Okay. Okay. It's North American. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put it there. We're gonna say 1,500 BC. I wasn't even close. Geographically, I cheated too. It's 1 BCE. Standing figure. In the last 2 millennia before the Common Era, the peoples who established themselves among the rim of the North Pacific Ocean between Asia and America were dependent for their livelihood to a great extent on the resource of the sea. Walrus, seal, and... It was a fucking walrus! It was a walrus. Why didn't I put it near the edge of the ocean? It's a fucking... It's walrus ivory. I'm stupid. It's like right in front of me. On the American side, the Bering Sea Eskimo were careful to decorate the ivory and wood tools with which they hunted. The beautifully balanced and elegantly incised objects were functional tools that were incised with spirit images and designs that honored the animals the hunters sought. Harpoon heads and foreshafts and the socket pieces known as winged objects are salient examples. Also carved of walrus ivory were human figures, most frequently female. The purpose to which the enigmatic but equally elegant figures were put is unclear. Some authorities call them dolls originally. They may have been dressed, while others call them ceremonial objects. I consider that a point. It's right there. I mean, yeah, but it's like not 5,000. Because 5,000 is the max, right? And I'm like this close to it. Because I knew it was North American from the hint. And I still fucked it up. Okay. Like how you went to above the equator to find Hawaii, a famously tropical place. Dude, I don't know where anything is, okay? Don't give me any geography quizzes. This is gold. Okay. These are earrings, maybe. This is the front and back of the same thing, I'm sure. I have no goddamn clue. I have no damn clue. I'm gonna need for sure. This could be anything. This could be anything. Right? Am I stupid? Am I just uncultured and uneducated? Like, this could literally be from anywhere, right? Like, there are not enough features in this for me to tell. Right? I'm gonna need a hint for the location because I genuinely have no idea what continent this could be from. Mesopotamia, Near East. Okay, now the question is, where is that? The question is now, like, where is Mesopotamia? I don't know. I actually don't know where that is. Shit. Where the hell is Mesopotamia? I actually don't know. I'm freaking out. I actually don't know where Mesopotamia... I'm looking it up. I have to look this up. Where the fuck is it? Mediterranean Sea and the Persian Gulf. Where the fuck is that? Is that shit? Where is this? Am I stupid? Borders Iraq. Okay. Okay, now where is that? That is... Where is Iraq? Look, that's how you can tell I'm not American, okay? Okay. Okay. Mesopotamia, we got it. Okay, we found it. We got it. We got it. Is slash near... Okay, Mesopotamia. We're just gonna put the dot straight on Mesopotamia. I don't know when this could be from. This could be from any time. But I'm going to guess 1000 CE because that was when we started making... No, we started making gold shit. When did we start making gold? 500 CE? God, I don't remember. Let's do 1000. Charis, you have to be rage baiting. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know any geography at all. I don't know any geography at all. Don't look it up. That's cheating. It was literally cheating already by clicking reveal hint. Okay, that was already cheating. God damn it. God fucking damn it. I cheated and then I did all of everything in my power and I still fucked up the time. How do you not know where the Mediterranean Sea is? I just like I have this, you know what, in like 20 years it's gonna be a diagnosed thing and you're all gonna feel bad for making fun of me. I just can't internalize like a map. Like it's not even just like it's any map. Like I just cannot internalize the location of anything at all. Like I have to, when you say west to me, I don't just think like left. I have to go north, east, south, west, and I go from top and I go clockwise all the way to west. That's how I like get my bearings, okay? I am I don't know what it is, but I cannot internalize. I can't fathom how people can just look at a map and understand it. I cannot internalize where my geographical position is in like space-time. I cannot do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just can't do it. You're predicting that we will be ableist? No, I'm predicting that in the future that this would be something people talk about. That's not like with more nuance than just he's just stupid, right? Like cuz right now that's the case, but maybe there's some sort of like revelation or understanding of the human psychology that shows that, you know, I don't know what it will show. I don't know anything. Cameron, having poor geographical awareness doesn't make you underprivileged. No, it doesn't. I never said that. But also, we're gonna move on now. These are nice Sumerian earrings, though. They're very nice. 2500 BC. I wasn't even close. Oh. Round 9. I have one hint left. I can't. One left hint. I have one hint left. It's round 9. Okay. The Romans used gold and they were before CE. I'm sorry. Anyways, wood and tin. Okay. What is this? I'm looking away now. I'm not looking at chat. Okay. What is this? They should make every streamer do this. They should make every streamer do this. I don't recognize the iconography, the patterns here at all. Like, at first I thought that was a cross, so maybe that would have been something, but no, it's not. I don't think it is. I think it's just like a plus. I mean, it's like it's a D-pad. Yeah, they put a D-pad there because they really because they were inspired by how their PS4 controller looked. That's why that was there. Is there even a D-pad on the PS4 controller? Yeah, there is, I think, right? Hold on. Shit. What the hell could this be? I don't even know what this could be. This is like some sort of ornament. I imagine for some sort of religious ceremony. Is it a religious ceremony? Some sort of ceremonial thing. It is... Again, it's wood and tin, but it's really beautifully decorated. And the pattern and design on this is phenomenal. I just don't know what it is. The circles make me think this is perhaps an Asian thing. I don't know. But like the cross-like shapes makes me think of Christian symbolism, but it's not. It's not. It's not actually a cross. It's just tripping me up because I keep thinking of that. It's not. Is this the last one? This is round 9 of 10. Okay. This is... I'm gonna say this is European. And I'm going to say that this was made 1000. Give me European 1000. Okay, where in Europe? It could be Russian. It could be Russian. We haven't guessed anything Russian yet, so I'm gonna so fuck it. Let's just guess something Russian. Let's just guess that something's from Russia. So we're gonna put it like here. Fuck it. Let's just put it here. And let's say 1500 BC. 1500 CE. It's Ethiopian. It was a cross. It was a processional cross. I thought it wasn't. But if it was, but I kind of operated on the, I'm gonna be honest, I operated on the assumption that it was because I didn't know what else it could be, and I thought it looked vaguely Orthodox Christian. That's what I thought it would be. Now, this cross was created in the northern highlands near the Red Sea, the birthplace of Ethiopia's earliest kingdom and of Christianity in Africa. A small corpus of Ethiopian Christian works from before the 17th century has survived. This exceptional creation, in which a highly unusual interplay of materials affords rich tonal contrasts, is a tour de force. The solidity of the carved wood structure is permeated by finely applied metal inlays. The complexity of this work, with each side elaborately distinct, is unrivaled. It has been attributed to Ezra, a member of the Stephanite monastic order. The Stephanites came to be recognized as the foremost carvers of crosses and illuminators of manuscripts. During a period of the order's exile in Egypt, Ezra was reputed to have enhanced his training as a craftsman and learned the technique of marquetry. It has been suggested that he may have produced this work at the Gunda Gund monastery, renowned for its manuscripts. In the Ethiopian church, the wooden cross is perceived as having been sanctified by Christ's blood, which confirmed upon it infinite power to heal and to bless. Foliate and organic interlaced designs branching from the foot of the cross are interpreted as symbolizing the tree of paradise and thus a vibrant life-giving force. Commissioned by Ethiopian royalty, such works were presented to important monasteries to be carried in liturgical processions. I got the fucking time on the dot though, okay? 1480 to 1502. I fucking got it on the dot. I got it on the dot. I knew exactly when it was from. I just didn't know where it was from. Again, you have to forgive me for looking at this and thinking it's Christian. So it turns out it is Christian. It turns out this is Christian, but I thought it was Orthodox Christian, which made me think, oh, this could be Russian. No, but no, it's Ethiopian. It's giving African. I don't know what part of this looked African to you, though. Like, genuinely, I don't really know. I'm not saying I don't know what part looked African to suggest, because some people do this, right? To suggest that no parts of it do. I don't mean that. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, please tell me where it is, because I don't know where it is. Maybe it's a fly swatter. Reminded me of Norse wavy stuff. I feel like when it's Christian iconography is just so hard to place geographically, because it all kind of looks very similar. But it does make the time period a little easier to guess, I guess. The intertwined lines make me think it might have been made during the time the Irish were forced to become Protestant. Could be. Or it could be Cloud9 Esports. Okay, sorry, moving on. Okay. Last round. And I've got a hint too, so I'm going to use it, I think. Whoa. Okay. What is this? Wood carved. We got another picture here. Another one here. Okay. I like the second picture. I've got one hint, so I get to reveal either the time or the location. I think I will reveal the location. I think time is generally a little easier to guess. Is it though? When was this made? Well, I think this was CE. This was after the Common Era. What is that? Is that a bit of metal? Okay. I'm gonna guess this is... Okay, so this is carved wood, but I'm gonna guess this was also integrated into something metal or nailed on. Let's say... You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna use my hint first. Okay. You guys haven't had enough time to look at it and make your guesses, okay? I'm gonna use the hint. Place. Mediterranean. That's here, right? Shit. Caspian Sea. Charis Sea, Barents Sea. Wait, where's the... That was where we were just now, right? Was the Mediterranean Sea. Is it just not loading the, like... Am I stupid? Sorry, am I stupid? Wait, there's a circle here. Is it just telling me... Is that the hint? Am I stupid or is that the hint? That's the hint, right? Surely. That's the hint, right? Okay, so we know it's Mediterranean. Sorry, I should look at the thing. This is probably between 1,000 and 1,500 CE. So I'm gonna guess 1,300 CE. I might be trolling. I actually might be engagement baiting. I might be engagement baiting. When I looked at the hint that said Mediterranean, I put the pin there. I might be trolling. Guys, I might be joking, actually. That was just me being I was just being silly, you know? That was a prank. That was a joke. I didn't actually think it would be there. No, I didn't. I'm crying. I'm sorry. Look, it's... This is why I'm not the geography VTuber, okay? I'm not a geography VTuber. That's a lake. Yeah, I was just pretending to be stupid, okay? That was just engagement bait. This is just, I'm a streamer, I'm an entertainer. That's kind of, that's I did get the time period right. Okay? I did get the time right. The truth is between 1,200 and 1,299. Alright, I was there narrowly. Egypt or Syria. Okay, so this is Egyptian or Syrian. Panel with inscription. The bold Nask lettering intertwined with delicate background scrolls on this panel recalls illuminated calligraphy of manuscripts and inscription bands of inlaid metalwork. Traces of red and blue pigment and gilding indicate that the panel, probably part of a wall frieze, was once similarly polychromatic. Medieval authors referred to such epigraphic architectural friezes as tiras, a term for inscribed textiles. These connections demonstrate the aesthetic continuities between a wide variety of media on dramatically different scales. The game told you when the time period was? No. It told me where it was. So you look at this answer, right? You look at the geographical distance in space, and then you look at the distance in time, and I told you, and if I were to tell you I used a hint there, you would think, oh right, so you used the hint on the time. No, I used the hint on the place. my hint was the location, and the time was just something I figured out. Go ahead and log out for the day. Can you even locate your front door? It has Arabic curved in it. I can't read Arabic, so this didn't look like textual inscription to me. This looked like patterns, so I wasn't sure. Anyways, let's see our final result. Okay. So we started off really strong. We started off really strong with a marble statue. And then it got way worse. Plus 1,500. Okay. Top 72%. Oh. Oh, okay. Well. Listen. I'm Alexandria. I'm gonna share my scorecard. I don't know how that works. I think that's what people have been doing on the Discord. There we are. Okay. Did any of you do better than me? Hold on, I'm top 72. Did any of you do better than me? Zero's top 96, okay. Tara's top 97. I'm calling all of you out. Tara's top 97. Who's this? This is Crimson's top 95, Hannah's top 96, Ari's top 90, Viking's top 96, Lackey's top 71. Okay, Lackey was a little better than me. I'm calling all of you out, okay? None of you get to escape. None of you get to pretend like you did better than me, okay? Screw you. Alexandria is in the Mediterranean. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where that is. I don't know where Alexandria is. I don't know where I am. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when I am. I don't know where I am. Do you know where the Library of Alexandria is? Fucking no. Why would I? And you're gonna go, well, it's because you're from there. A lot of people don't know where they are relative to the global map. Because my issue is not like I don't know where I am or what my surroundings are. My issue is I don't know where this stands in relation to the rest of the world, okay? It's Egypt. I know it's Egypt. I don't know where Egypt is. I know it's in Africa somewhere. But I actually don't know where Egypt is. Anyways, we're going home. We're done with Anthropium. We're done with Anthropium. Okay, let me try to make my. Okay. Fuck it. We might as well do all the dolls. Let's do all the dolls. This is actually a doll stream. I lied. You know, I said this was gonna be a house flipper stream. I lied. This is not a house flipper stream. This is a doll stream. That took an hour. Okay, we're gonna do the Wordle. I know how to play. Crane. Okay, we got an E. Pouty. Okay, we have an O and an E. It's not enough information though. O-D-G-E. Could it O-D-G-E? Yes, it could. D and G are prime suspects, so we're gonna get D and G out of the way. We're gonna make a word with D and G. Because I think they could very much be in there. What's another combination? O something something E. O MB? Could MBE be a word? Let me think. Maybe. MF. Ooh, it could be double O. Could be double O. So let's try O in a different location, maybe. Let's do O in the middle if we can. And then we need, what else are we knocking out? Let's knock out TH? No, this couldn't be TH. It could be TL. No, it couldn't be TL. It would be TTL. That would be bottle, but then that would be too many letters. Let's do S. Could there be an S? No, because if it's S, it's like S. It would be SH, right? Let's try to do H. Can we get an H in there? I don't know. I don't think the I is in there, and I think we've got all the other vowels. So I think we know these vowels. Could be another E. I just think DG are the main things we need to get rid of. So let's get D and G out of the way by doing like, and then try to get an O in the middle. So what could that be? O, DG. No, it couldn't end with DG. It would end with D. O, G. No, I think this is hard. This is hard. I don't think I can end the word with DG. Dodge is my biggest suspect right now. I feel like it has to be Dodge, but I want to play it safe because I could do this, and I'm pretty confident that this is the answer if I want to get it in 3, but I want to guarantee I get it in 4. So I want to eliminate D and G, but then also use my other letters or my other slots for other letters that it could be. I just can't think of what else it could be because it could be Dodge, it could be Lodge. Oh, I should do L then. Wait, I should just do Lodge. Okay, I would get L, D, G out of the way. My O and E, could I replace with any other letter? Ledge? No. It wouldn't be worth it. Let's just do Lodge. I think it's Lodge. Okay. Fuck! This is bad because usually you want to eliminate letters, but I was feeling myself, so I wanted to do, because I wanted to get it in 3. It's not Lodge. It's L-O something something E. What the hell else could it be? Loom? Look? Lock? Lock is a name. Is it a word? I don't know if lock is a word. No, there's no C. Losh, lom, lock. It's not K. It's not K. Right? It's not K. It's not C. It is. So if it's not C, it's not K. M-E. Nope, that'd be ohm. Loom. It could be double O. It still could be double O. Loose. Could be loose. Are we trying to get in 4? Or are we trying to get in 5? It's embarrassing. I need to save myself, so I'm just gonna throw a guess out. It's embarrassing. I'm already. I went. Normally, I play safe on 3. I eliminate all the other possibilities on 3, and then I go for 4. But I usually spend an unholy amount of time on that 3rd guess. That would be embarrassing to show on stream. So we're just gonna start going for words. Okay, it paid off. Oh, okay. Got it in 5. I got it in 4. Why would it be? Sorry, why would it be double O? Tyler says it could be. I didn't say it must be. I said it could be because I know there's an O here, but it could be an O somewhere else as well. And I wanted to test O in the middle, but I wasn't sure how to fit D and G in because I was so sure it could be Dodge, it could be Lodge. And I was so stuck on that. Whatever. He's so embarrassing. Shut up. Shit. Connections. What's the LSAT one, Hannah? Can you link the LSAT one? I don't remember what the website is for that. If you can link it, I'll play it as well. We'll do all the dolls. Fuck it. We will do all the dolls today. Okay, we're gonna do this. Has he done pips yet? No, I haven't done pips yet. We're doing this. We're doing connections now. Grinch, Beanstalk, Stage, Lanyard, Hightail, Leg, Soundtrack, Hotfoot, Beat, Stretch, Fried, Chamomile? I don't know what that is. Is that a spice? I think that's a spice. Spent, Eyeshadow, Phase, Worn Out. Okay. I'm spent, I'm beat, I'm worn out, I am fried? I'm tired. Okay. We're gonna hightail out of here. Leg. We're gonna leg out of here. We're gonna hot foot. We are going to... These all mean like escape or like leave. I don't think any of the other ones do mean something like that though. Lanyards, no. Soundtrack, no. Stretch. Stretch maybe? It was a red herring. That's not the connection. That's not the connection. Chamomile. Chamomile. Chamomile? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Let's see. Soundtrack. I just look at Grinch and soundtrack and I think of like that "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" song from the movie, like the one that Tyler the Creator was a part of. I just keep thinking of that. That's not like, I don't think that's right, but I keep thinking. Beanstalk, Grinch, things that are green, chamomile. What else is green? A lanyard is green. No. Phase, eyeshadow, stage, stretch. I can't believe hightail, leg, and hotfoot are not like a thing though. Chamomile's yellow? Okay. Terrace's stage, leg, face, stretch. I don't think that's true. Because what would the connection be? Oh, I see it now. Yeah, you might be right. This is for sure. Okay, I cheated for this one. I read a comment for this. But I see this now. It is you're at a certain point. Yeah, this makes sense. A segment, sure. I kept thinking of leg in the verb form, like to run, which is what confused me, I guess. Hightail, Grinch, Beanstalk. No, hightail and eyeshadow are both. No, they're not. Soundtrack. Oh, hold on. Track, foot, mile, yard. Or is it tail? I'm sure it's track. Shit, it's tail. It's... It's inch. I'm stupid. It's inch. There it is. Ending in units of length. Okay. Okay. Soundtrack, eyeshadow, hightail, beanstalk. What could this be for? I have no idea what this could be for. I thought that would be the purple. Oh, Track, shadow, tail, stalk. They had two of these. They had two of these connections where it's actually not about the word. It's about the second part of the alphabetical makeup of the word. Fuck you, New York Times. Whatever. Yeah. Ending in synonyms for fucking secure. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. All I'm hearing is that I'm a genius and Chairman isn't. This is known as selective hearing. Okay. What's the LSAT one? I want to look at the LSAT one. Hold on, let me find it. I want to have a look at that one. LSAT daily questions. Is it the Kaplan one? It might be, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it could be. Okay. Ooh, this is a load of text. LSAT question for August 15th. The following passages are adapted from articles recently published in North American law review journals. Passage A. In Canadian and United States common law, blackmail is unique among major crimes. No one has yet adequately explained why it ought to be illegal. Really? The heart of the problem, known as the blackmail paradox, is that two acts, each of which is legally permissible separately, become illegal when combined. If I threaten to expose a criminal act or embarrassing private information unless I am paid money, I have committed blackmail. But the right to free speech protects my right to make such a disclosure. And in many circumstances, I have a legal right to seek money. So why is it illegal to combine them? The lack of a successful theory of blackmail has damaging consequences. Drawing a clear line between legal and illegal acts has proved impossible without one. Consequently, most blackmail statutes broadly prohibit behavior that no one really believes is criminal and rely on the good judgment of prosecutors not to enforce relevant statutes precisely as written. It is possible, however, to articulate a coherent theory of blackmail. Okay. The key to the wrongness of the blackmail transaction is its triangular structure. The blackmailer obtains what he wants by using a supplementary leverage that depends upon a third party. The blackmail victim pays to avoid being harmed by persons other than the blackmailer. For example, when a blackmailer threatens to turn in a criminal unless paid money, the blackmailer is bargaining with the state's ship. Thus, blackmail is criminal because it involves the misuse of a third party for the blackmailer's own benefit. Okay. Passage B. Classical Roman law had no special category for blackmail. It was not necessary. Roman jurists began their evaluation of specific categories of actions by considering whether the action caused harm, not by considering the legality or illegality of the action itself. Their assumption, true enough it seems, was that a victim of blackmail would be harmed if shameful but private information were revealed to the world. And if the shame would cause harm to the person's status or reputation, then prima facie, the threatened act of revelation was unlawful. The burden of proof shifted to the possessor of the information. The party who had or threatened to reveal shameful facts had to show positive cause for the privilege of revealing the information. In short, assertion of the truth of the shameful fact being revealed was not in itself sufficient to constitute a legal privilege. Granted, truth was not wholly irrelevant. False disclosures were granted even less protection than true ones. But even if it were true, the revelation of shameful information was protected only if the revelation had been made for a legitimate purpose and dealt with a matter that the public authorities had an interest in having revealed. Just because something shameful happened to be true did not mean it was lawful to reveal it. In using the phrase "the state's ship," second to last paragraph of third paragraph of passage A, second to last sentence of third paragraph of passage A, the author of passage A most clearly means to refer to a government's. Okay, the state's ship. For example, when a blackmailer threatens to turn in a criminal unless paid money. They are referring to a government's So it's not D. It's not exclusive reliance on private citizens as a source of important information. It's not that. It is not legal ability to compel its citizens to testify in court regarding crimes they have witnessed, because I don't think it's about testifying. Legitimate interest in preventing crimes before they occur. I don't think that's the case, because it's not like it has nothing to do with. This has nothing to do with before or after the crimes have been committed. It's more so just the knowledge that no, this has to be after the crime is committed, because this example is when a blackmailer threatens to turn in a criminal, right? So legitimate legal authority to determine what actions are crimes. That's not it. I think it's B. Legitimate interest in learning about crimes committed in its jurisdiction. The government's legitimate interest in learning about crimes committed in its jurisdiction is what's being played with, right? It's what's being bargained with. It's the state's chip. The state has the interest in learning about this, regardless of whether or not you which is why it is legal to try to extort money from the government, for example, for turning in a criminal. You can, however, maybe depending on what who the criminal is, what the reward, like perhaps there is a reward for the criminal being turned in, and then you could then, you know, expect to earn that reward if it were advertised. But yep, okay. Correct answer is B. Blackmail in two legal contexts. I didn't really bother with this discussion. Yeah, okay, we don't need this. I already figured this out. Hello, what are you doing? We're doing daily games, because I was going to do House Flipper, and then I realized that I wanted to do one thing, and then one thing led to another, and now we're on the LSAT practice question. Not even planning on taking it anymore, and the shit still drives me insane. Well, there's like no reason not to, you know, try. No reason not to try. Charis might have found a way to inflict physical damage, because those questions make me remember how much I wanted to jump from a window as a teenager during finals week. It has passed. You're not a teenager anymore, probably. And if you are, then this is helpful. What else? There's the daily angle game. We'll do that. Let's just do every daily game. Fuck it. Angle. Is it Angle Doll? Yeah, Angle Doll is the one I'm thinking of. This is between 90 and 180, of course. It is 145. Hot, lower. 140. So close. You bastard. I have to go lower. 139. 138. Oh my god, it's 137. What? Is it 135? And it turns out it's 136. I would be so annoyed. Okay, it's 135. Okay. 135. So no GeoGuessr? Fuck it. Is there a daily GeoGuessr? Hold on, let me see. No, GeoGuessr is like a competitive game, right? So I'm not doing GeoGuessr. You were not getting me to play GeoGuessr. No, 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 no. No, I couldn't do it. Fuck it, let's do it. Do I have to sign in to play GeoGuessr? Surely not, right? No, we're not doing this. What's another daily game? I can't think of another daily game. I want to do the song one, but I don't know any of the... I want to do Bandle, because NL does the Bandle all the time. But I don't know any songs. Okay. What? Okay, difficulty very hard, par 5. 600 million views in 2011. I was alive then. What does this sound like? So no House Flipper? I'll do House Flipper in like 5 minutes. I'll do House Flipper after the Bandle. This could be anything. This sounds like, you know what this sounds like? Pitbull. Feel this moment. It's not. I don't know what this could be. Does this sound like anything? Is it Daft Punk? It's not, is it? 2011? It's Lady Gaga? I have no guess. I don't know what this could be. Wait, what? Is this Daft Punk? Is this Daft Punk? What did they make? This is not Around the World. This is not Instant Crush. This is not Get Lucky. This is not Harder Better. This is not One More Time. This is The Weeknd? No. The Weeknd, I feel it coming. Beat Daft Punk. That sounds like it could be it. Does this sound like anything to you? This is 600 million views. This is 600 million views on YouTube. This doesn't sound like anything I've heard. This is not Pitbull. This is just like, this just sounds like a song. This just sounds like one of the songs of all time, man. I don't know what this is. Get a clue? Yeah, we're skipping. Jesus Betrayer? Judas? Also, you sure this isn't obvious now? I've never heard of this song. I have never heard of this. I guess I wasn't alive during then. I guess I wasn't alive in 2011, I guess. What the hell? Okay. Lady Gaga Judas. I don't know this song. I don't know this song. I don't know this song at all. You didn't hear it on TikTok? Why would I'm not on TikTok. I don't like TikTok. No, I did not. There was no such thing back in 2011, right? What was it? What would it have been? Vine? Did you play this song on Vine? Did you play it on, like, were there Instagram reels at that point? I don't remember. OMG, I love this song. Why didn't you guess then? Why didn't you say it was... Why did you say Judas? I do not know this song. I do not know this. Alright, okay, we're done. We're done with the... We're done with the dolls, okay? Thank you for letting me indulge in the dolls for like an hour and a half. Before I actually started stream. Look, that was gonna be the vibe for most of the stream anyways. It was just kind of gonna be a talking stream, okay? I just got here, I'm multitasking. Okay, never mind, Estella. Sorry, I thought you were here. I thought you were here earlier. I didn't know you were like kind of dipping in and out of stream. Anyways, we'll do a little, we'll flip one house. We'll flip one house. We will flip a singular house. And then we will end the stream at that point. We can do that. We can do that. That is feasible. That is within bounds. Sorry. Okay. Where is my game? House flipper. Okay. There we are. We're flipping houses. Will you be able to find all the rooms in the house, though? Okay, I know where the rooms in the house are. I just don't know where the house is situated on a global map. I think that's like... Surely I cannot be the only one who struggles with this, right? Whatever. House Flipper Remastered Collection is officially out now on Steam. Improved okay, well, I already have the base game, so this isn't gonna help me. This isn't going to help me. I already have the base game. I already bought this. I don't even know US geography. My teasing is projection. I think, like, if you're American, the expectation is that, the expectation is you were born and you knew US geography by default. And you were taught then world geography, and if you don't know, it's because you're American, and haha, you're American. It's one of those things that I unfortunately understand. The lack of geographical awareness. That's something I unfortunately can kind of relate to. Okay. All out, Tony X. Hello. I inherited my grandmother's house and my wife is ecstatic. She loves the classic older style. I, on the other hand, not so much. But what can I say? The house needs a bit of cleaning. Switching out some furniture and taking out a chunk of the wall between the living room and the kitchen. We decided my wife will take the upstairs and I'll take over the basement. I've always dreamed of having a game room. It would be great to get it fully kitted out with a top gear computer, monitor, a comfy couch, the works. I'm counting on you. Thanks, Tony. Whew. Tony, you're not going to believe this. But they're using... But you might want to set a budget for the RAM, especially, okay? You don't know You don't realize this, but RAM prices are kind of insane right now, you know, due to the current world events that may date this. We didn't have geography class or anything. I never had geography class. No, I did. I had geography lessons, but we didn't learn about the map. Like, for some reason, when geography, like, this was before you could kind of choose your electives, right? When, excuse me, when geography was like an everyone subject, they never taught us to read the maps. Like, I think they assumed that we knew the things on the map already, and so they taught us like rocks. So I learned how to read like how old something is based on how eroded it, like a fragment of rock is or something. Now I obviously don't remember how to do that now anymore, but that was what I was taught. I was not taught anything else. Corridor, clean dirt, modify the room layout. Clean dirt, modify room layout. Okay, so I need to break down a wall between the living room and the kitchen. Right. Okay, this is the living room 2. Okay. And this is the bathroom. Okay. Now, where can I get to the basement? Where is the basement? Is it here? It is here. So I go down here. I might as well pick that up. This is the gaming room. This is the gaming room. Ah. Yeah, this looks like a gaming room. Okay. You could hide here in case the police come looking for you. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Okay, okay. What else is in here? And that's the washer. Cool. Okay. Howdy. Hello, Lackey. I did the tests and I did the other things. I did an hour and a half worth of dolls, which is to say like 5 of them or something. But I never learned where everything is, relatively speaking. I only learned like how to read a map. So like they would put a map in front of us and they would go, okay, here's north. So you want to position it this way. There's north, east, south, and west, and this is where we are, and this is where everything else is. And that was kind of it. We were told, okay, we were taught like not to find specific locations on the map, but like to go from a location to another one through like bearings. Come to think of it, that was less like geography and more math. I don't know how to feel about that. I have no idea. Destroy which walls do I destroy? This one? Okay, how do I know? Demolition. Well, now I know. Ah. Oh. Hold on. Okay, I need to destroy it from the bottom, I think. Okay. And they just disappear? The rubble just disappears like that? Perfect. There we go. Nice. Most of my geographical knowledge comes from the Yapanomic song about geography, so until I was 14 I still thought the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia were still a country, even though they weren't for a good 60 years. I mean, at least then you remember, once you learn it, it's one of those things where like, it may not have been the truth at the time, because it was outdated information. But when you did finally learn what it was, you learned a tidbit of history as well. Which I think is good. It's a good thing. My school system was so ass, it had like those trailer-looking classes with no AC. Feels bad. Feels bad. Had a global film class where we had geography quizzes on South America and Asia. I got hundreds on both. I do not remember a single thing because I crammed for both. That feels like... I don't know. I feel like if you crammed certain things, if you cram for, you're not going to retain. But I feel like for geography, or like for like maps at least, for global maps, there's a lot to learn. Or like once you learn it, it's really hard to forget, right? I don't know. But I did not. I don't. Anyways, I was not taught these things, and I was not even taught to learn it in my own time. Like, I genuinely, nobody cared about geography, or at least I was never tested on my knowledge of the world map and everything there. At all, ever. And if I didn't know, it was like, whatever. The assumption, I guess, was like, you could learn it in your own time. But I didn't. But the assumption was like, because you will never be tested on it, you don't have to worry about it that much. And so I never did. I just find, like, I think it's so valuable. I think it makes perfect sense to teach it. But I find it confusing and baffling that I was not taught it. Because I was taught, like, I was taught, like, geopolitical conflicts. But it was not, like, they would talk about countries. I don't want to name any now. But, like, I was taught countries. And I was taught, like, what they were going through. And I was taught, like, the economic reasons for why they're going through this thing. Or, like, you know, like, how that influences their relationship with another country. But I was never actually taught where those countries are. They never actually, like, pointed at a map and went, like, here's where the conflict is happening. They just kind of assumes that I would know, I guess. I don't know. And I never had to, like, worry about pointing it out on a map, because no one's gonna be like, okay, Charis, point it out to me on the map right now. You know, this thing that we're talking about, point it out to me on a map right now. Nobody's ever done that. It's always been like, yeah, we're talking about this thing, right? And they go, yeah, I know. This is happening because of X, Y, and Z, you know, like, relationship between these. Yeah, and then they go, yeah, exactly. And then it would just launch into discussion. It was never like, by the way, can you just point it out to me on a map? Like, this never happened. It's never happened to me. And also, I didn't even pick geography as an elective, so I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to worry about it. Whatever. Let's do the gaming room first. I want to do the gaming room. Okay, we don't sell these. We want to paint with gray and gray fog. And then we want dark mahogany tiles. Let's just buy some tiles. Let's go from here to here. This is nicer already. Hannah has to go shower. Alright, see you later. Goodbye. Please make smart interior decorating decisions. I only make smart interior decorating decisions, okay? Also, unless you're using mnemonics, you're very unlikely to retain crammed information. That much is true. That much is true, I believe. Cramming stuff is generally unhelpful for that reason. Gaming PC Fez. Hold on. I gotta buy this gray paint. And this gray fog paint. Okay, put that there. Do we want the fog? Where do we want the fog? I think we want... We'll do fog in the back and then maybe gray in the front. I'll figure it out. I don't know how I passed AP World History like that same. How did you pass AP World History? I never had to do it, so I never did it. But I imagine if I had to do it, I would have committed it to memory. I don't know. Do you have any tips for my last year's undergrad? I'm so scared. My tip is you are going to miss it. So go and do more shit. Obviously, you know, try to do well academically, but also try to hang out with people. And it's going to suck, but this may very well be the last time you hang out with your uni friends before you all get lives and a job and move away and all that. So actually just hang out with your friends. That's my only advice. Like, obviously don't fail, but don't worry about succeeding too much. Try to, like, at this point you have a good grasp of your GPA, so you should know where you're at. You know if you're getting like a first or a second, like you know if you're getting an honors, like you kind of know where you're at if you're at your last year. So just stick to a comfortable point. Like if you are wherever you are, just try to stay there, unless you for some reason really need like a specific GPA, then maybe you'll have to like, you know, cram for that. But like, don't stress it too much. I would actually say you are going to miss it. Even if it sucks right now, you are so going to miss it. So try to treasure it while it lasts, I guess. Go talk to people, be friends, go talk to your friends, etc., etc. I had like, okay, so this is the same color. Am I stupid? Oh my god, I might be stupid. Okay, I might be stupid. Anyways, I think like for this stream, I didn't obviously have anything in mind because this is House Flipper, where, you know, this is unstructured. This is just unstructured talking with something going on in the background. But my main spiel, I guess, if I had any, or maybe like less spiel, more like a theme I had for today's stream was like small talk, because I hate small talk. And it's not just that I am bad at it, I also dislike it, because I am bad at it. And a lot of people are bad at small talk, and it's fine. Like, you can be bad at small talk. This is a normal thing that everyone goes through. This is something you just sort of like learn over time. Something that you like. This looks nice. Okay. Let's put this here at the wall. Okay. Get a gaming chair. We're gonna get a nice, let's get a nice purple gaming chair. Gaming PC tower, Fez. Ooh, we can get the RGB on this as well. Anyways, like, small talk is something like I fear, because I actually love talking. I think most people who hate small talk, like, the reason they hate it is because they don't like conversing with people at all. They just prefer to be quiet, and they kind of want to, like, not have to do this. Like, they would prefer it if talking was not required at all. But small talk is just how you make pleasantries with people, right? Like, it's sort of like an expectation, a societal expectation, and people don't like it for that reason. That's not my issue, man. My issue is not that, like, I don't want to talk to people. I just want that thing from them. I actually like talking to people, but I hate small talk because I'm like, I wish every moment we spent, every moment we spent talking about the weather, I wish we could spend instead talking about like something actually interesting. Like I could ask you what your politics are. I think, okay, my secondary extremely unpopular opinion is I love talking politics. I actually love, even if it is someone who is not in political agreement with me, I love hearing their political takes, even if I vehemently disagree with them. Have I told you guys the story of like one of my old coworkers who had a thing for Elon Musk? He didn't have a thing for Elon Musk, but he was like, he was a fan of Elon, and tried to explain that Elon was a hard worker and deserved all his wealth and all that. And like, I vehemently disagree with everything he had to say, but I still enjoyed like listening to that perspective. I just found it interesting, significantly more so than the weather. And I just think like, when I say small talk, I mean talk that, like, conversation that doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't get to the heart of a person. Like, if I tell you, oh damn, the weather in the UK has been so ass like the past like few months, like, the most interesting angle to me that this leads to is like global warming and climate change. That's probably the most, and then, what are your opinions on the matter, right? That's probably the extent to which I think it makes sense to discuss like the weather. But beyond that, it's like, fucking who cares, man? It's yeah, it's really hot now. Ooh, okay, but it'll be breezy next week. Yeah, like, whatever, man. Like, I don't have to be here for this. You don't have to talk to me for this, to have this conversation. You could just look at your phone. Like this, you're not gaining any information about me as a person from this, right? I don't think anyone in Philosophy enjoys small talk. Yeah, that's why we just start a call and we jump right into like the heart of the issue, which I deeply enjoy. Do you hate when people say nice weather we're having unironically? Nobody says that, right? That's not real. Unless you're like 60 years old. In which case, I can't hate you. You're 60 years old. I get it. I understand what being 60-year-old is like. The best tip I've gotten for small talk is to pretend or to have the audacity of a white cis man. It's not so much that, okay? It's not so much the audacity, although I think that is a part of it. It's like, listen, you're hitting, look, I'm Alexandrian, but you're hitting it, but you're hitting it a little close too, okay? All I have to say is like, I have no audacity, I guess. I think, I don't know, I just think like, there's no reason to have a conversation that is a prelude to a conversation you actually want. I understand if if small talk exists to sort of, sorry, where do I put this? Where do I put the sofa? Where would this go? I don't know where this would go. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Okay, I'm gonna, okay. I got it. I can put this over here, and then we can put a TV there, right? There's a wall-mounted TV. There we go. Yeah. Okay. But, like, I understand if I'm talking about the weather because I need to talk about something so time can go on and I won't look like a socially awkward weirdo. And therefore, and then I can achieve my objective of something, or like networking or so on and so forth, right? I understand that. Because then you just don't want to be talking. So that's why you talk about the weather. It's because you'd rather just not say anything at all. I don't understand people who talk about the weather because they want to talk about the weather. And like, when I say this, I don't mean to draw like another straw man. I mean like genuinely, I've met people like that who like small talk and all they want to talk about is small talk. Is like talk that is, I guess, insignificant. That is fucking weird to me. Like, I understand if you're at a public setting and you don't want to talk. I understand if like I'm a stranger and you feel as though, okay, there's like, you know, nothing here to connect to, therefore I'm not going to bother. Like, I understand that, but it's like this, I get this from some people who don't think, who don't think I'm a weirdo. They probably think I'm a little weird, but it's like they're cool with me, right? It's not someone who doesn't like hanging out and talking to me. It's someone who actually kind of, at least doesn't seem to mind talking to me. But they actually only want to talk about things that are ultimately inconsequential. And whenever I try to bring the conversation any like deeper than that, this is Charis Euphranor speaking of a very specific thing in his life that he doesn't want to give the details of. Okay, I understand. Okay, I understand this. That's what this sounds like. That's because that's what this is. But but hear me out. Okay. Just like, how can you like small talk? I thought we all hated this, but it turns out no. Some people actually like it. Some people prefer it over actually talking. And like, the worst part is we've accepted that like we should have inconsequential conversation. I don't want to have inconsequential conversation anymore. I'm so tired of inconsequential conversation. Okay, either I'm not going to say anything, or if I do say something, it should matter. It should mean something. It shouldn't be like, the weather sucks, or the weather is good. Because like the weather is the weather. Look out the goddamn window. Also, hello, where's your feathered companion today? Tia, I have put Parrot away because Parrot might have spoiled some of the answers for the daily games we were playing just now. I can bring him back, though. There he is. I think he's allowed to be here for a house warming. House flipping. This is house flipping, for a house flipping stream. I hope Sherry never meets a meteorologist. What do they talk about? Fuck. Of course they. That's what they. Okay, there are interesting things. Okay, look, there was a solar eclipse a few days ago. That was pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind like having a conversation about that. But then to be in my head, like when I think of the solar eclipse that happened recently, I just think of like all the people that I see it. I think of that image. I don't know if it's true, but I saw like an image that was a screenshot of like a Google search trend that was just like an increased trend for the search result. My eyes hurt. And the worst part is, I did not look at the sun directly, but like I might have, you know, like I think if I didn't know it, well, not just if I didn't know any better, but like if I had less willpower, I might also have just looked directly at the sun. It's just so nice to look at. Like, wouldn't you want to look at the sun as well? I would, like, if you could look at the sun directly without it hurting you, wouldn't you want to do that? Because I would want to do that. So I had to stop myself at some point, like during the eclipse. I had to like just kind of look away and then walk away from. I was like at home at the time, but I had to like walk away because I did not want. Hold on, I gotta put this loudspeaker somewhere. Let's put this like here. The controllers are in the fucking way. Move this out of here. Get this out. Can I put this? Yes, I can. I put this here. Put this within the fold here. Perfect. Now we get the loudspeaker. Okay. And another speaker. Okay. Oh, I see. We're getting 2 speakers for the PC, of course. I'm gonna have to move this. This job can be completed because I broke the wall down and I set up his gaming setup. Oh, I love this man cave. Oh, I love this man cave. Oh my goodness, this is a cool man cave. Oh. Oh, it's brilliant. Console Fez. Okay, let me get the Xbox here. Right here. Beautiful. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Look at that. I'm selling these. Ooh. This is the gamer setup. Oh, I love this. Oh, I could live here. Oh, for sure I could live here. And we have a fan? Oh. Oh, it's brilliant. That's it. That's everything we needed to do. You've seen how the price of Fritos went up by 5 pence, Charis. You ever think about how we'll die one day? Yeah, like, you ever think about how we'll die one day? Like, I think these two things can be related. Like, the rising cost of living is something worth talking about. But if you want to stay at, wow, the eggs are expensive, I had to buy fewer eggs, then we'll never get to, like, damn, the geopolitical situation is pretty crazy. I wonder what our PM thinks or will do, or, you know, like, it's just there's so much room for fruitful conversation that people don't want to have. That really disappoints me, I guess, is sort of my reluctance. And so, like, I think I'm struggling to find the words. I think small talk is a careful balance of me doing it only because the other person also is doing it.
It's good, but the kitchen
but
and
we both
bathroom
know
is so far away, so I have to knock it down some points.
The kitchen and the bathroom? Look, I didn't design that, okay? The kitchen is here. Where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? Is there only one bathroom? This is the ensuite bathroom. There should be another one, right? There's no other bathroom. That is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. That is pretty crazy. So nobody just looked at the sun for a long while as a kid? It would hurt your eyes, so no. How do you think Parrot and Butterfly would interact to get along? Parrot would repeat whatever Butterfly said to some degree and to some success. As in, like, he wouldn't repeat everything perfectly. He would repeat like 10% of the things Butterfly says perfectly, and that's it. And it would be annoying, and nobody would like Parrot. Nobody likes Parrot. We have to sell the couches. Okay, we have to buy a wall-mounted TV and a corner sofa. Where do we want to put the TV? Like in front of the radiator? Where do we put the TV? Am I stupid? Where do we put the TV? We'll just put it there, I guess. Wait, no, it's wall-mounted. We'll put it here. This looks like my dentist's office now. Put the TV there. Corner sofa.
Butterfly are mute / non-verbal though. What then?
They stare at each other. I feel like this fanfic is written pretty quickly. At least from my cynical understanding of how Parrot works. Parrot is not a real thing, so don't worry about it. Yeah, it hurt, but like in a good way, I don't know. That's not something I understand how to interface with. I don't know what you mean by that. Like I can understand kind of that you would want to look at it because you're a curious person. But I don't know if I can understand wanting to look at it because it hurts, but in a way that's not that bad. Or something. That, to me, I don't understand. Okay, let's just put these away. Let's put them over here. Let's put the sofa here. Wait, we can put the sofa here. Okay, let me move this. Put this here. Then we can put the sofa here. No, we can't. Let's move this coffee table over here. Then we can put the sofa in this angle. Right here. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Okay, it's coming together. It's coming together. Okay, this is right in the way of the... Okay. No problem. Let's move here. Perfect. This actually looks amazing. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this. Gotta go, but thank you for the app. See you later, Stella. See you later. Okay, well that's pretty cute. I guess it is. I just don't think Parrot is like a creature of any substance. You know what I mean? Parrot exists as a tool and nothing more. Anyways, I hate small talk. I don't like small talk. I think we should stop talking about the weather unless it pertains to anything that's bigger than that, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like, okay, the weather can be a segue. That I'm not saying if you mention like how hot it is to the degree Celsius, I will kill you. Like, that's not what I mean. I just think like it needs to go somewhere. So like, here's an example, right? If you say wonderful weather we're having, and I go, yeah, and then you go, I've been cycling recently, I would say that's cool, and then that would be like to me, that's no longer, the talk is not as small anymore because I'm getting to learn something about you as a person, right? I'm getting to learn about something you did or enjoy doing. And I think cycling is very cool. I think I think cycling is like a thing that healthy people do. Healthy human beings do. And I wish I could cycle more, or just in general at all. I can't. And I cannot cycle because, have I told you guys this? I almost like died. Have I told you guys about the time I almost crashed into like oncoming traffic? So I was in Europe, I think. I was somewhere I'd never been. I was on holiday. I was with a few friends, and then we we were gonna go bike around this big lake in this town, right? But we had to go up the hill to go get our bikes from this bike shop. Now, the bike shop sold and rented out bikes. And at the time, I knew how to ride a bike. Like, I'd learned how to do that many years ago. But I had not done it in a while. You know, I think at that point in time, right? The last time I rode a bike was probably 5 years ago. But you know the saying, right? The saying is, it's just like riding a bike, right? Like the saying is, it is like riding a bike. That's the simile we use to mean that something you learned a while ago that you haven't done in a while, you'll pick up very naturally and quickly. Because you like sort of internalized it in your brain. Or sorry, in your body. Like your hand-eye coordination would have at that point internalized that process. So I knowing that, I said, yeah, sure, that's no problem. We hiked up the hill, we got to the bike shop, we got our bikes, and then my friends and I, it was like at the time it was like two other people. They were both like, all right, let's go, Charis. And they took their bikes and they went downhill. And this was downhill on the road. Now, this was a road with traffic going both ways. And so I got on my bike. I saw them go down the hill, and I was like, it's easy. It's just like riding a bike. I get on my bike, I start pedaling, and I fucking forgot how to steer. I did not remember how to steer my bike. So as I was going down, I was like, I'm going down, but I'm also veering a little left, right? And so, sorry, I'm on the right, and then the reverse side of the traffic is coming from the left. I'm on the right, and my bike is leaning a little left. So in my head, I'm starting to panic. I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm coming up. It's turning left, and the more I'm panicking, the more I'm trying to go away to steer away. I'm actually leaning left, and so my bike is going left. And then at some point I got really close to the middle section of the road, and there was a truck, like a huge truck that was coming from the opposite direction, and I was genuinely on course to hit it. So I did a hard swerve right, threw myself out of the way, basically out of the road, off into the pavement, and I just slammed into a tree. You know, I like blue. Let's do blue. Do we want to place the bed? Let's place the bed here. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. This looks good. There wasn't much to do. But here we installed a new bed. We installed a new bed here. And then we what else did we do? We put the sofa here, the coffee table here, but a TV here. Broke this wall down. Didn't really paint it, but I guess they didn't want it painted, so whatever, it's fine. How do I turn the lights on? There we are. This is the kitchen. This is the landing. This is the basement. And this is the gamer cave. Ooh, this is good. Oh, I would love to be in here. Oh. This is okay, speaking of like, did it hurt? Okay, yeah, sorry. I was telling my story about crashing into a tree. Yes, it hurt. It fucking hurt. I slammed into this tree. I think I also like loosened one of the belts on the bike as well. I'm not sure. Anyways, I was bleeding all over. My friends were already downhill, so they didn't know what was up. I took my bike And yeah, and I scratched my glasses as well. Motherfucker, I scratched my glasses, so I had to get new ones after that. I carried my bike because it wouldn't even, like, the wheels didn't even quite work properly, I think because of the chains. I don't know, that came loose. I carried the bike back uphill while completely bloodied. I walked back into the store, and I looked at the owner, and the owner looked at me. I was like, oh shit, like he thought, you know. So I didn't realize at the time because I was so scared, because I knew I fucked up, or at least I thought I fucked up, right? And I thought, oh shit. My first thought wasn't like I'm bleeding all over and my shins hurt and my knees hurt and like I'm scratched all over and my glasses are scratched. That was not my first thought. My first thought was like, if I break this bicycle, I don't think I can afford to pay the owner how much it would cost to replace it. So let's hope that the bicycle is not broken. And as I came into the store, I was about to spill into this whole, I was about to get really defensive. I was about to spill into the whole, like, look, listen. Sorry. I crashed the bike, and I was gonna go into the whole, I don't think it's broken, but I'm not sure. Look, I was thinking about how to make it look like the bike is not broken, basically, or that it wasn't my fault. And like the owner looked so concerned that I was bloodied all over. That he was just like, do you want to just go to the toilet? Do you want to get yourself washed up? And I was like, oh, yeah, actually, that's a good idea. So I go get washed up. And I realized, hang on. No. That's not, the narrative isn't I might have broken his bike. The narrative is his bike might have almost killed me. So knowing that, I was like, oh, shit. This is his fault. Gave me the confidence I needed to, like, you know, clean up, brush up, and I was like, oh damn, it hurts, but whatever, it's fine. And like that, and I was not worried after that. Like, I literally, my concern wasn't I am injured. My concern was like, I don't think I could pay for the bike. So I walk up to the owner again, coming out of it, and the owner was like, oh, I think, you know, he was looking at the bike. He was like, I think one of the things might have come loose in the bike. Don't worry, I'm not going to charge you for like the rental of the bike. I can show you some new ones, but I don't know if you're in any shape to do that. I was like, no, it's fine. I'll just walk. Thank you. I'll just go. Like, just don't charge me anything, because we didn't pay yet. I think I don't know why they didn't charge us up front, but they were like, just pay us when you return the bike, I guess. It was a pretty trusting system. But so I just returned the bike. I didn't pay, and I was just like, it's fine. I'll just go. Don't worry. I'll you know, it's fine. And the owner was so concerned, but I was like, it's okay. I'll just leave. Just let me go. And then since then, so this was part of this bigger trip around Europe with my friends, right? Eventually, obviously, I told my friends, and they were like, oh shit, are you fine? I said, yes, I'm fine. It's all good. A few days go past, and it wasn't as serious. Okay, I wasn't bloodied. It was just a scrape. Look, I might have been like a little hurt, but I wasn't too hurt. Okay, I don't want to oversell the injury. I don't want to oversell the damage. It wasn't that bad. It was fine enough that I recovered in a few days. I was still able to walk and everything. It was just I just felt a little sore. Anyways, weeks later we were in France, and I was trying to, and there was this like biking trail, like it was a package deal on like trip.com or whatever the fuck we were using, where you could get like, you could bike all the way to a vineyard, and then it was included, like you would rent a bike from the city center, and then you would bike all the way to the vineyard, and then you would experience this like wine tasting session, and then you could bike back to the city center, and it was all kind of included in one package deal. So my friend had booked for that like way in advance, so we couldn't cancel it, and I wanted to go to the vineyard anyways, but I couldn't bike, or at least I tried to. Like, I got on the bike on the day of the vineyard trip, and as we were going, I was like, dude, I'm fine. Like, I said that out loud. I was like, I don't feel bad. I think I'm pretty sure my knee hurts a little bit, but it's like, it's good, right? I can walk. I can certainly cycle. And then I looked down. I was on the bike, right? I looked down on the bike, and my whole body was shaking. Like, I couldn't stop shaking. My fucking arms were shaking. My legs were shaking. My entire torso was actually just like jittering and swaying the bike, was swaying the electric bike, and I was like, oh, I don't know what that is. Because I genuinely felt no fear. It wasn't like I was putting up a front. I was secretly super like worried and afraid in my mind, and I just didn't want to show it. I genuinely felt no fear. I really didn't, which is what freaked me out. Because if I was actually scared and I was jittering because I was scared, that would make sense to me as like a physical kind of like bodily reaction. But I felt fine, but then my body just was not fine. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if this is like if there's a proven study that can explain why this happened to me the way it did. But regardless, I've not biked since. I have not been on a bicycle since. I wish I could. I want to go biking. I want to go biking. One of my grandkids is like learning how to started learning how to bike recently, but then like, you know, I couldn't quite teach him because I was like, I know how to bike, but like it's been a while, it's been a hot minute, and you know, I'm just not very good at it. So you should get someone else to teach you how to bike. And so he did. But it was one of those moments where I thought like, fuck, if only I didn't almost crash into like a truck a few years ago, I would be having the time of my life. Well, maybe not the time of my life. I don't really enjoy cycling that much, but you know, I'd at least be able to do that. I think I don't know, at least it would, you know what, at least it would be like a socially acceptable hobby, because I think what I need is like, I need more socially acceptable hobbies. This is not a socially acceptable hobby. I love this, but this is not a socially acceptable hobby. Like, right, this is what I'm doing right now. POV your Charis Euphranor, playing House Flipper. I wish you could turn this on. You can't turn this on. Oh, hold on. Let me like... Yeah, let me just... Yes. Okay. This is POV your Charis Euphranor. You're playing House Flipper here, and then you've got like chat. Well, it's to my right, but you know, imagine it's mirrored, right? This is actually the Charis Euphranor experience. Maybe you don't have as nice of a room, but it is still like it's a room, and it's not bad. It's missing some of the Raiden Shogun decor, but it's basically it, right? And there's a big fan behind me. Yep, there it is. Yep, there's a big fan. Hold on, I think the fan is like... It's like here. It's right here. Yep. This is literally me right now. This is literally me right now. Gotta make a one out of one of your home. It's not my home. It's not exactly. I wish my home setup were as nice, but my home setup is not bad too. Anyways, like, I need more socially acceptable hobbies like biking, because you can't like roll up into a conversation, maybe about the weather or whatever, and when someone asks you for your hobbies, say, "Oh, I'm really into gaming." Like, that is not socially acceptable. Like, I think one of the underlying anxieties I have of like small talk is being able to sound like a normal human being, like I'm not an alien. And or rather, let me put it another way. It's not so much to sound like a regular human being, it's more like to sound like the type of person that another person would want to talk to. Because even I'm not immune to this. If you were to drop me into conversation with someone and we open up, we talk, and this person says, "I'm a gamer," my first reaction is not like, "Oh, we have so much in common, we can talk about that." My first reaction is like, "Oh God, I am going to have to deal with the social anxiety that comes with this." because I get it, but also I can't like social anxiety is not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is more like when the anxiety like enhances the social friction that perhaps one might experience, whether or not it is poorly intentioned. Like, what I mean is I can't talk to someone who, for example, doesn't realize how loud they're being. Like, that's a small what are those called? Like pet peeves? Yeah, that's a small pet peeve that I have that I cannot let go of. You need to know if I'm talking to you as a person, you need to know how loud you're being in public, because we're in public, right? I think I like being loud and obnoxious and funny too, like, but only in private, like not in public. In public, I cannot be a menace in public. It freaks me out if I like to even conceive of the idea that someone else could see me as a nuisance. Like I can't have that. So, excuse me. Like I think one of the big things with the problem of introducing yourself as a gamer or having like hobbies that include gaming is the sort of like the social anxiety that comes with that. Or like the social ineptitude that often is accompanied by that, because gaming is itself normally this isolating experience, or not, maybe not isolating itself, it's generally it's an experience that accommodates for people who are not social butterflies, for example, which is great, and I understand that, and it's like it's not a bad thing to not be a social butterfly. It's just when I'm in a social setting, I want to talk to people who understand the social game, I guess. And oftentimes the Venn diagram of people who are into nerdy hobbies but also have like an awareness of social lubrication is very small. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my experience, but every gamer I've ever talked to, who, again, I've not like gone into the conversation thinking like, ew, gross, disgusting, because it's literally me. Like I will talk to them about a game or like games that we play, and that is something I am interested in conversing about. But it can't just be that, right? But oftentimes it feels like for people who game, it's just that. And I can't bring the conversation beyond that. And the conversation doesn't get anywhere because they don't really think about the games too. They just log 200,000 hours of League of Legends ranked, and they're like, maybe they're gold and they think they're good. And it's just like, there's only so many conversations I can have about, you know, what bot lane is like and what the new items in the season are doing before I'm like, you know, do you play something else? And they go like, no. Okay, do you do anything else? No. What? What can I do? What can I say? I don't want to be... And you know the thing as well, when you're in like a big meetup of people, and you kind of... The moment you lock into one or two people in your conversation, that's it. Unless you take that really bold step of like walking away and then talking to somebody else, like just cold opening and going like, hey, by the way, my name is Charis. Hey, nice to meet you. What were you guys talking about? Oh, I'd be really interested in joining that conversation. That's fucking weird. I can't do it. I think I've tried doing it. I've done it successfully. I've infiltrated the human beings as like another fellow human being. I can't do it. I can't do it for long. It's like I don't... It creeps me out when I do it. Like I've creeped myself out when I drop a conversation that I'm having with people, walk up to another group and start another conversation there. I know that's a normal thing that people do. I just can't do it. You could take up rugby or do MMA just to be like Jonah Hill. I am not that fat guy from Charis Euphranor CH, okay? Don't call me the fat guy. I will annihilate you. I will fucking annihilate you. I need more socially acceptable hobbies. But a lot of the hobbies I do, or I used to do, I guess, like we're more so tied to like certain friends that I would hang out with, and we would just do those things. It's not because we liked doing those things, like, but like just because it was something to do. You know what I mean? But I can't now because of like, I don't know, some of my friends have moved away, and like some shit has become more complicated, and essentially like my pool of acceptable social activities has shrunken a bit. And I can't... The last thing I should do is tell people that I game. That is not... I never want to say that, ever. Even if the other person games, I don't want to say that. I think like... So for what... When I'm in a small talk situation, what I end up saying is like... What do I say? I think I say like... Oh, I play... No, I don't play anything. I say like I go running. Like I run and I gym. I go watch the movies. Movies are socially acceptable, depending on what the movies are. I'm dreading every single movie conversation I'm gonna have going forward in 2026 when people ask me what your favorite movie of the year is, and I'm gonna have to tell them it was Spider-Man. I'm gonna look like a child, man. I'm gonna look like a 15-year-old that's like, I love Marvel comics, I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I love Spider-Man. Like I'm gonna look like a child. I'm 60 years old and I already look young. I look young enough to still get carded. The last thing I want to do is tell people in like an icebreaker or in like a just getting to know you conversation that I'm into fucking Marvel movies, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. It's embarrassing. Whatever. Anyways, I hate small talk. I don't like. I can't stand it. I've never been good at it. I've tried it. I've gotten decent at it, and I still hate it. So I know it's not just a skill issue. I know it's just genuinely something that I absolutely despise, and I will never subject myself willingly to. That being said. Yeah,
you're Benjamin Button meets Oedipus Rex. Tell us something we don't know.
Something you don't know? I don't know. Did you know that did you know that I majored in philosophy? Did you know that I'm a philosophy major? Did you know I'm a philosopher VTuber? And I never talk about philosophy because I hate it, but for some reason I've decided that's my branding, and I've condemned myself to this unavoidable fate. Because at this point, if I rebrand, then who am I? What am I? I'm nothing. I'm nothing without this thing that I hate. I'm nothing without these fucking degrees. Do you think you should care less about what people think? No. Because my goal, and I say this because I think for most people, that is true. For most people should not care as much about what people think. I care a lot about what people think for like a purpose. And that purpose is not like so I can feel validated or like, you know, seek meaningful relationships and friendships. It's not that. I already have those things. It's more like I need to present well so a certain image I'm creating can be lived up to, and thusly my message or the things I want to do transmit more potently. You know what I mean? I think it's more like it's almost like PR. Like, it's not that I'm not like a celebrity. I'm not like a big, not yet. I'm not like a celebrity that gets recognized in public and has to keep up like a brand image or whatever. But my conception of it is I have like an image nonetheless to live up to, because when people in my life think of Charis Euphranor, think of that image, it's like that image needs to be something that is easy to relate to. There are fewer barriers in the way so that they can stop thinking about me as a person and more about the things I'm trying to like convey. And so if there are more things that make me strange or like, you know, that raise an eyelid or something, that draw attention to a part of me that I don't think is conducive to the message I'm trying to send or the thing I'm trying to say or whatever, then it's going to detract from it. It's going to distract from it. And I think like I need to care what people think, because I'm working not on myself, but on the way I'm perceived. That to me matters, not because the way I'm perceived is who I am, but the way I'm perceived is directly tied to how I navigate circumstances that allow me to extend my philosophy forwards, basically. That's why I care about what people think of me. And I think like I understand the sentiment of like of one ought to care less about how people perceive them, because what matters more ultimately is how you perceive yourself. It's how you live with yourself. It's how you are you, and what makes you unique and shit. But the thing is, I do know what makes me unique, and like I imagine that I live authentically. At least I don't know if that's true, but I imagine I do, because it's not like I don't lie. Okay, one thing I need to maybe like stress and emphasize is like I don't lie about who I am. So if someone goes like, "Oh, do you play games?" I don't go like, "No, I would never do that. That's a loser activity." Like, even though that's true. I would never say that, That's a loser activity. I would never do that because I do that. So I would say but I would say something along the lines of, oh yeah, like I used to, or like, oh yeah, but I haven't had much time to recently, or like something to that effect. I try to soften it, right? When I perceive something as like socially, not impermissible, but socially not as acceptable. You know what I mean? I think it's slowly being more accepted. Like gaming is more accepted now, anime is more accepted now, like nerd hobbies generally are more accepted now. But like I genuinely try really hard not to like tell people that. If they ask, I'll say yes, but I don't want to tell people that. I see. For me, I think I've just resigned myself to not being able to meet new people IRL due to not having any easily describable hobbies. I mean, like you can always pick up new ones. Is one thing. You can always just try like new things. Like it doesn't go away. There's no time limit to when you're allowed to indulge in a hobby. And I think people who genuinely are good people who like those hobbies are going to try to welcome any newcomer. Your road to Empress VTuber. Branching into philosophy. No. I don't know, I think like, I mean, I wouldn't say resignation is good. Acceptance is good, but resignation is not. And I think the difference is acceptance is knowing your past and present, and resignation is claiming to know your future. And I would say that it's false to claim to know your future because you don't know your future. I think your future can be determined from your actions that will now ripple. And so it's never too late to try something new. But at the same time, it's like there should be an acceptance of like what has been historically happened, what has made you, and what currently makes up you, what you are made up of, right? I think that is something we ought to not be confused.
5 hearts VTuber.
I'm not a 5 hearts VTuber. Class of 09 VTuber. No one gave a shit about the new Class of 09 game. Not even on my channel. No one cared. How many views did this get? Fucking like 100 views. Okay, it's not nothing, but it's like 120 views is very little for a Class of 09 game. Because historically, my Class of 09 games, my Class of 09 things have gotten upwards of, well, it's everything I've done that is popular is either Class of 09, that one time I did a male loneliness epidemic stream, and Love and Deep Space, I guess. And that's it. So I guess I'm still the Class of 09 VTuber. I don't know. I know that, but I'm not going to take up a hobby I don't care for just to seem more normal to people. No, that's fair. Like, that's fair. I wouldn't do something I genuinely hate just to be more normal. I'm just saying I need to do more things that make me seem normal. And like I'm trying to find that happy medium of thing that makes me seem normal and thing I enjoy watching, thing I enjoy doing. Like I do enjoy running, so I've been doing that recently. And that is a socially acceptable thing. What else? Working out is not a hobby, but I've been doing that as well. So I guess that can be an explanation. Watching movies is socially acceptable, so that's it too. And it's just like I guess compiling enough socially acceptable things then make you seem like a normal person, where if they ask, I will also tell them about, content creation. Maybe very briefly and not a lot of detail. But I wouldn't bring it up. Like, because I think one of the most disgusting things you can say in a conversation is to tell people you're a content creator. That's actually gross. That, like, I would get the ick. If I were conversing with a person for the first time and I were asking them what they do for fun, like what are their hobbies, and they say they make content, my alarm bells in my head start ringing. I'm immediately skeptical. I'm worried. I am. Yeah, I'm wary. Like I just don't know what I can expect from this person. Which is what weirds me out, because like all the VTuber friends I know and have made are pretty normal. Or like they're not insane. You know how weird that is? That everyone I know, or most of the people I know, I'm pretty sure everyone I know from VTubing is like a cool person. that's kind of fucked up because like you would think like someone I know is a little weird, and not in like a good way, but in like a sort of like I don't know, like I don't want to distance myself from this person way. But no, everyone's really chill. I like everyone. Thanks, guys. Like I think it's statistically improbable. I think it's only a matter of time until all of you, everyone I know, all of you, that includes you, Tia, all of you actually reveal that you are freaks. You're just absolute freaks of nature in like a bad way. Not a good way, but like a bad way. And then I go like, this is a joke. This is a joke, by the way. I need to put my tonal indicators on. This is a joke. Before everyone reveals that they're actually part of some sort of big cult that they're gonna offer me to in a blood sacrifice when we finally do meet up IRL. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like will happen. Because like how else would we explain this unlikely phenomenon? Anyways, I don't like small talk. Have I mentioned that I don't like small talk? I like big talk. I like talking big things. I don't like talking small things. I like talking small things as in service of a big thing. Or I like talking small things if it's funny. If it's not funny, if it's just to learn about another person, I would rather not. I'd rather not do it. Make the bed. I forgot I had to make the bed. Have we forgotten anything else? I think we've done it all. Do we need to clean this toilet? Well, we don't have a plunger, so it's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. I think that's it. Let's open up the windows. Let's open up the windows as we house flip. Over here. Turn everything on and open up all the windows. That's my rule. It's not a good rule, I think, but it's... but it helps remind me that I'm done with the place, I guess. And leave all the doors open, yeah. This is for airflow. There's no airflow in here, but it's fine. This is my gaming hut. I will suffocate and die here. It's fine. And that's it. That's the job. I've completed the job. Look at that. It looks nice, doesn't it? I did that. I did most of it. I did most of this. I think most people will also say Spider-Man is movie of 2026. It's like people will admit Primetime is movie of the summer. Has Primetime come out yet? I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm actually interested in watching it. Or it's not the movie of the summer. What? It looks pretty good. Hold on. When is Primetime out? Primetime 2026. It's upcoming. It's 2026. I thought Pattinson looks pretty interesting. Looks pretty convincing in the trailer. Convincing, I don't mean just as the character, but I mean as like a performance. It seemed like an interesting performance. Like I was convinced he would play a great Chris Hansen, and also that his Chris Hansen would be fun to watch on screen. I don't know. I was going to watch End of Oak Street, but then they made an AI ad and I'm turned off from it. Yeah, what is it? The fucking like the AI generated dogs in a podcast? Why? Who thought that was a good idea? Who signed off on this shit, man? Like why? What are they thinking? What are they thinking? I wasn't going to watch the End of Oak Street, but the fact that it exists now means I'm definitely not going to watch it. Hypothetically, would you be more likely to befriend a homeless person you met at the bus stop if they told you they unlocked all the monkeys in PTD3? Maybe. Okay, I don't have anything against homeless people at the bus stop, first of all. But second of all...
For a dinosaur movie, a dog podcast.
Oh, that's even worse then. That is even worse then. But like, so, sorry, back to the BTD thing, right? I think like the monkeys in BTD3, that shows me that they're a gamer. And I think it's not just like, I have 200 hours. 200 is too little. I have 2,000 hours in League. Like that to me is a huge turnoff. I don't want to talk to this person. But if it's like a niche video game, I'd be interested in talking to them. So that's like, it looks like a debuff, but it's actually a buff. The fact that they like in this hypothetical they're homeless is not a debuff. Okay, this is not This is not a debuff to me, okay? Like, someone is homeless often because of circumstances outside of their control. I mean, have you seen the economy? So, like, I wouldn't look down on anyone in a situation like that, right? But I don't know. I mean, I'm a philosophy major, so I can relate, I guess, is the obvious joke to me. But I think, like, I don't know. I feel weird about gamers and the idea of being a gamer. That's why I'm like, that's why when I talk about, you know, my identity and like who I am, gamer is there, but it's like, it's pretty far down the list. You wanna know what's even further down the list than gamer though? It's feminist. Because if telling people in a conversation just out of the blue that you're a gamer is a bad idea, it's like socially, telling someone you're a feminist as a dude is instant social suicide. There's no faster way to conversationally kill yourself than to announce to someone that you are a feminist. Because, and I'm not saying I've ever done it, but I've seen people like do that, and it does not work. Granted, the only time I've seen someone outwardly proclaim to be a feminist, a male feminist, right, is when was in uni when, you know, dudes were trying to get into women's pants, and then it was very obvious that they were just trying to hit on the women they were talking to by saying that they're it's like, you know, they were all around gross people anyways. But that's probably the biggest conversation killer, I guess. But anyways, that is why I don't like talking to people, I think. I don't know. I made a house and I played some dolls. I think that's today's stream. I'm feeling good. All right, so you aren't a male feminist, Charis? Okay, I am, but like I would never introduce myself as that. Like I would never. If you asked me, I would have to say like yes, and I might even, depending on my audience, I would even add an unfortunately in there for a comedic effect. But I wouldn't go around telling people that. That feels weird to me. I would never say it. It would only appear as information if you asked me. I can't imagine anyone who would willingly give that information up because it would just make you look
For maximum points,
like a creep.
Introduce yourself as a male feminist gamer VTuber.
No. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies just thinking about that. I actually cannot imagine telling people. I cannot imagine telling people I'm like a VTuber and I play video games and I'm a male feminist. That's actually like, I might die. I actually would rather die at that point, I think. That is terrifying to me. How could you do this, Axe? How could you inflict so much psychological, like, nightmare fuel by just telling me who I am? That's messed up. And then you add, like, philosopher to that, it's over. It's over. If you add philosopher to that, I just realized, am I the most annoying person to, like, on paper? In practice too, maybe? But, like, but I just realized, right? If you're, like, and you too, Axe, I guess this extends to you because we're literally, because that's you too, right? Like, if, well, I don't know if it's you too, but at least it is for me. Like, can you imagine introducing someone to Charis Euphranor? And who's Charis Euphranor? Oh, he's a VTuber. He is a VTuber? Men can't be VTubers, right? You get that? And then it's like, he's a gamer. Oh, he plays, like, he's a male gamer. Okay, yeah. The world was really searching for those voices. Yeah, okay, what else? Oh, he's also like a male feminist. Oh. And to top it all off, he claims to be a philosopher. It's over. He calls himself a philosopher and a male feminist, and he's a VTuber, and he's a gamer. It's over. We've never been more over. I actually think on paper that is the worst combination of traits. Like, this is okay, maybe not the worst. This is like really bad, but it's not the worst. The worst is like if I were if I were like a finance tech bro. That would be the worst, right? But they have their audience, okay? They have their audience, they have their podcasts. So I don't know. It could probably be socially acceptable if you put a large pause between male and feminist and put a tote bag out of your back pocket. I don't have a tote bag. I do. I don't use my tote bags except for when I go shopping occasionally when I'm at the grocery store. But like I don't usually bring my tote bags. It's usually what do I bring out when I go out? I don't usually bring anything. I put my wallet in my like, you know, in my pocket, and I put my keys are in my wallet. Put my wallet in my pocket, I put my phone in my other pocket, and that's me. That's my inventory. Are you only just realizing the three of us are more or less in the same boat when it comes to this? It's so messed up, yeah. I am, because it's like, it's crazy. Because who would watch this, Tia? Like, why would anyone want to watch this? If you told me that's the content, I would click away. I would go, no thanks, I'm alright actually. I think I don't want to hear like the male feminist VTuber play a video game. What the fuck? I don't want to be anywhere near that. You know, like that's gross. I'm disgusting. Tia asks Axe, right? When people ask you what you do these days, what do you say? And then Axe said, people don't really ask that often, but when they do, I mostly talk about the tutoring I do. It's yeah, you kind of have to like fall back on like the more socially acceptable thing, right, Axe? And I don't think it's because we're living inauthentic lives or we're lying by omission or any of the sort. I actually think it's good that we do this. I think that is social lubrication. I think it is necessary to lie a little, I guess, in this aspect, or like to dress up the truth in a way that is more socially palatable. I don't know. I think it's normal. I'm trying to justify it to myself. Your favorite gen mates are here. Doesn't that make you happy? No. I mean, you're my favorite gen mates and my least favorite gen mates, so you know it's it is a given. Anyway, sorry. You two being here does remind me to promote before I end stream. I was gonna end stream, but I almost forgot to promote this. Philosophy art contest. Speaking of how much I hate philosophy, right? Philosophy art contest. Not now. No, it's like it's now due 2 weeks from now, on Monday, 31st of August. Okay, so you've got about 2 weeks to finish up your fan art for philosophy. It could be fan art in like visual art, or it could be like a fanfic or anything. I mentioned before, like, that I probably should have mentioned again. I'll mention it in this stream, I guess. I'll mention it now. I would count clips. If you do like a clip of us doing something, or it's funny or interesting or whatever, and like, you know, if you edit it just a little bit, or even if you just clip it, I would count that as like an entry into the like thing, if you wanted to do so. If that was an idea you had, like, I think video form is definitely something we'll accept. Tia, Axe, and I will pick out winners and in like 2 weeks, and then you'll get to make us play it. You'll get to recommend us something, like a game or a movie or whatever, like that you want us to react to. Does this mean you can make me play a horror game? I mean, I guess, but like, this is with limitations, okay? I'm not playing Alien Isolation. That's just like, that's just not happening. I don't think I'm playing any of the Resident Evil games, okay? Like, you're gonna have to go easy. Okay, and so I have to plug this, right? I have to plug this before I go. This is a thing that's happening 2 weeks from now. Everyone, make sure to submit your art if you have, and if you want. Submit it in the Discord. Submit it in the Discord, or send it to me. If you don't want to use Discord, which I understand, email me. I didn't really think to say that, but if you have a submission but you don't want to send it through Discord, email me. Okay, I am available there too, or you can DM me on Twitter or fucking anything, whatever I'm on. Just you know, send it to me. And I don't know. Say you love philosophy, or I'll use the justice ray on you. I love philosophy. Whippy. Unlike you two, I don't have a day job, so I have nothing to fall back on. Sometimes I emphasize that I have chronic health issues, so people feel bad instead of judging. That's fair. I mean, like, I think, like, it's... You kind of, like, you don't have to fall back on a job, but you have to, I guess, the fallback is on, like, something that is...
Sounded
that seems
very legitimate.
socially acceptable, I guess. But I really don't know what that is. I think, like... For example, one of my friends is unemployed, right? And people ask him, you know, what he's doing right now. He doesn't go, like, I'm currently... Like, if they ask specifically what you do for work, he would answer. But otherwise, he would talk about his hobbies. He'd say, oh, I'm into tennis right now. I'm like, or, yeah, I've been playing a lot of tennis recently. I've been doing whatever. I'm getting into this, and that. Really, mostly it's just for conversation, right? So I think, like, if people were out to judge you anyways, I think they would. Or that, like... I don't know. I wouldn't be interested in talking to anyone who would sort of be judgy anyways, or at least I wouldn't take them seriously. Though that's not true, because I'm contradicting myself, at least, when I say I kind of need to dress the part for interactions and conversation. Well, so long as my message comes across. Anyways, I need to promote that, and also I'm ending stream now. I'm going away. Goodbye. But also, before I go, I am streaming again tomorrow. No, actually, I'm not streaming. I think I'm gonna be on. No, am I streaming? I probably am streaming. You know what? I probably am streaming. I think it makes sense to have two perspectives on this. I'm going to be streaming, with Millennium tomorrow. We're gonna do a collab. Please watch this stream, or don't. I don't know. You don't have to if you want. But we're playing Anime Shout Showdown. What is this called? Super Shout Showdown. Super Shout Showdown is a game where you yell the name of your attack to cast it, and it's anime styled, so you know what that means. It's on your schedule. It is on my schedule. Yes, it is on my schedule. So I guess I'll stream it too. Like, I was thinking, do I need to stream it on my POV? But I think it makes sense to have my POV up as well. I'm gonna be shouting anime attacks. I think it'll be fun. You know, Millennium and I will be playing this tomorrow at standard stream time. Watch here and also on Millennium's channel if you want. That will happen tomorrow. It will be fun. And I might yell my lungs out. We'll see. I'm certainly going to need to have a lot of water with me. My mouth is dry now. I need to go get some. Anyways, that's what we're doing tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I hope it is as fun as it sounds, because it sounds really fun. But maybe it ends up being kind of jank and not that fun in actuality. I don't know. I've not actually played the game. Millennium hasn't either. So both of us are going to experience it for the first time tomorrow. We're going to, like, you know, figure things out. That's all. You know Millennium. Do you guys know Millennium? You guys know Millennium. The last collab we did was like Peak, I think. We played Peak, Millennium and I. Millennium is a... How does she introduce herself? Hold on. How does Millennium introduce herself? I swear I watch my friend's content, I swear. Where is it? Where is she? Isekai Masked Knight Empress Scientist. There we go. That's her. We're gonna watch, or we're gonna play Super Shout Showdown tomorrow. It will be fun, and I hope you guys see it, I guess, or something. All right. Goodbye. Wait, hang on. You didn't ask us something we did this week or whatever? Oh shit, I did not. I forgot to. Oh no. You know what? Then thank you for reminding me. I think we're going to... I think I'll just do that next week. I completely forgot the point of doing a talking stream like every week. I forgot. Okay, everyone, just tell me next week. Man, I'm not good at this. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. We'll do it like next week. We'll do it next week. I'm tired. I'm going. Sorry. Goodbye. We'll do it next week.